This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael, I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and I've seen Look at Me, XXXTENTACION, a new biographical documentary from director Sabaah Folayan that focuses on the titular singer and rapper whose real name was Jase. The film follows his musical career, briefly looking at his childhood and upbringing before delving into his early days as a SoundCloud rapper, and his eventual rise to national and international fame, up to his shift in musical tone and emotion and his tragic death soon afterwards. While the total amount of time covered is only about 3 years or so, we're shown just how much of that time was marked by mental and emotional struggles. From the anger he expressed through his music to more physical manifestations, as well as how his actions have affected his family and friends even to this day. As a whole, the film is very well structured, with a solidly linear approach to Jase's life and story. There's a great construction in its compression of his last 3 years, hitting just about any and every highlight, and fleshing him out as much as possible, given the limitations. Most of all, it balances Jase's voice and perspective with that of others, including those he had directly hurt. That's an important point to make here, as the movie doesn't simply let him off the hook for past actions, even going a bit into exploring whether or not he should have those acts brushed aside. However, it doesn't necessarily go into the greater context of making a documentary about a troubled person. The filmmakers seem more content with simply stating biographical fact and getting everything on record, more than any deeper analysis or introspection on the film's eventual role in such a discussion. Not that this movie needs such an angle, but it's upfront about its desire to focus on both sides of the conflict, and the effects that strong and unchecked mental health issues can or will have on others. So doing so might have been an interesting move to make. Either way, the story and its presentation here are still well handled, and while it's shocking, it's never outright sensationalistic. On the technical side of the production, there isn't anything too fancy. Obviously, most of the material is archival, given Jase's death and the greater biographical direction of the narrative. It's edited together with excellence, and with an attention to pacing and energy. At times, you almost feel pulled into the action, and not simply because much of the footage is handheld or from social media sources. It's also structured with a nice flow that moves linearly through time, while also weaving the different stories and perspectives with a great balance. It manages to hit the highs and lows of Jase's life, while also maintaining an even emotional tone and tension throughout the whole film. There are some strong pulses of energy, usually whenever the music kicks in, which in itself acts as a bit of a story marker in regards to Jase's mental and emotional state. Again, the focus of the film is primarily on this, and while the movie doesn't necessarily aim to bring you directly into his state of mind, it does give you an intimate look at what he and others went through, as well as the lengths he was willing to go to change his legacy for the better. Overall, the movie as a whole is intense and compelling, and I'd probably say that this will be one of the better documentaries of the year, if not the best music doc so far. Look at Me, XXXTENTACION, Sabaah Folayan, 2022. 4 stars. I'd recommend giving it a watch for sure. That's it for me. If you like this review, leave a like. If you have something to add, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. I hope I don't sound presumptuous about this being one of the best documentaries this year. I just don't know yet if there's anything else out there that's gonna blow me away.